Hello there, dear viewer. This is a pool, as you can clearly see. It is quite exceptional and it's very nice, but there is just one minor small annoyance about it, and that is removing the solar cover. So in a very brief moment of clarity, I thought to myself, I'm gonna buy a winch. Except for the fact that they want $280 for a 3-meter tube with 2 plastic stands that mount to the concrete. And when I saw that, I thought to myself, we don't do that here. I can make it for cheaper, and that's why you are here. That's why you are watching this video. We're gonna make a solar cover winch for much cheaper than $280. Okay, so just to give you a look of the whole pool, it is 3 meters by 5 meters. It is, as I mentioned, quite remarkable. In the back you can see a slide. That's a project for another time that you will definitely see. But for now, let's focus on the solar cover winch. So, you get an aluminum tube. The diameter is 50 millimeters. It is 3 meters long. I will make sure to put the price on screen. And I also have 2 bearings. And my idea here is that I will 3D print shafts onto the end of the pipe. They will attach inside, and on the other end you will attach this bearing, and then I will 3D print a mount that will bolt into the concrete. Okay, and before I get to modeling and 3D printing the shafts, I need one final measurement. That's gonna be the inner diameter of the bearing. So we just unbox it. I got these nicely sealed bearings, and the inner diameter is 25 millimeters approximately. Here you can see a horrible sketch I made.
Horrible? That is an understatement. You draw like a 5-year-old.
Of the tube and the bearing, but it will work. I have all the measurements that I need, and now I will just design the shafts and have them 3D printed.
One eternity later. Come on, it's falling apart.
Alright, so all of the parts have been 3D printed, and now just to assemble the whole prototype. I also made a model of the retention clip for the solar cover, so we will see how that one comes along. Alright, now to just attach the shaft into the tube. We will do the same on the other side, and then we'll see how the whole thing fits. Nice. Alright, now to test the mechanism. And as you can see, the tube is rolling, which is very nice. Of course, with the final parts, the final printed parts, which will be made out of ASA, we will have them bolted into the concrete, so I will need to add additional holes here for the mounting. However, I would like to have the whole thing sitting a bit more around here, where there is no concrete, because it has a chamfer. But yeah, I think I will fix that by making a platform, taking like a steel profile, mounting it here, and it overhanging over the void, which would allow me to mount this around here. Other than that, the prototype, I would say, is a success, and it looks great. Alright, one thing regarding these sort of retention clips for the solar cover. My idea is that I have these straps. You pull the strap through the hole here. The strap is then attached to the tube, and as you are rotating the tube, the strap will wind up onto the tube. However, right now, as this clip is, you can tell it's not strong enough. It doesn't really stay on the solar cover when you pull on it. So I will have to improve the design a bit, and also have a more rigid spring to ensure it holds on to it. Other than that, I think this has been quite a success. Right, so I have slightly modified the previous clips. I have added the second spring in order to increase the tension. I've also increased the surface area, and now I'm going to put them on these straps, then attach them to the tube. I can make it cheaper. I can make it cheaper. Alright, so what have we learned in this episode is that the prototype actually works, which is absolutely amazing. I'm very happy about it. One thing you could notice at the end as I was trying to wind up the solar cover is that this shaft was slipping inside the aluminum tube. I plan to resolve this by having a better fit, better tolerances, and I'm thinking that I will also glue the shaft into the tube on the final design. One thing that we definitely learned is that my design of these clips is absolutely useless because the vast majority of them cracked. I believe this is a easy thing to resolve, so I will improve the design of these clips, make them much stronger. I think we had pretty decent results with just 2 clips, and for the final design, which will be printed from ASA, I think I will increase the number of the straps and the clips from 4 to 8. That way we will have a very even and lower distribution of the load on each of these straps, and yeah, hopefully this won't happen. But yeah, that's it for now for the first part. I will make sure to upload a second part where we do the final design and we actually print these parts from a weather resistant material, which would be ASA. Thank you very much for watching, and make sure to tune in next time.